Angel Reese is a bully. Ex-Lakers star explains why Sky Star is above Caitlin Clark. Over the last couple of seasons, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have seemingly been touted as women's basketball's next big rivalry. Dating back to their collegiate days, the young stars have been pitted against each other for years. The media have fed the narrative that Clark and Reese are bitter rivals. This doesn't come as a surprise to Cedric Ceballos, though, who saw this rivalry being manufactured from a mile away. After all, it's been done before. It's surprising, given the NBA's current success, but the league was once on the verge of collapse. If Magic Johnson and Larry Bird hadn't emerged in 1979, professional basketball might not hold the prominent place it does today. Ceballos sees plenty of similarities between the pair of ADS legends and the budding Clark/Reese rivalry. While the WNBA was never in danger of being disbanded, Clark and Reese have both played prominent roles in the league's skyrocketing popularity. Ceballos believes that, to a degree, this was all part of the plan. A rivalry between the two is simply a cliché of American culture, the 11-year veteran explained. It's white, it's black, it's this, it's that, it's cornbread, it's city guy. I mean, I could go on and on and on, Ceballos said during his appearance on Byron Scott's Fast Break. The rivalry, you got the rich, you got the poor. Magic, even though they were poor, he came across as the flashy. Larry Bird come in with jeans on, stanky t-shirt, and a cowboy hat or whatever. And that was that part. Larry and Magic were unbelievable. These two are the same way, two different styles, Ceballos said of Clark and Reese. The former All-Star easily drew comparisons between the two rivalries before explaining the stark contrast between the rising WNBA stars and how they are viewed. He doesn't believe the two are treated equally by the media. Caitlin is straightforward. Obviously, the range is bananas. Her skills is bananas, Ceballos continued. And Angel Reese is a bully. She wanted to hit somebody. And it's amazing how the things that Caitlin has done and wasn't criticized for, and then Reese goes and rings her, and she is criticized. When it comes down to it, though, there's one thing that Reese has over Clark that gives her the nod over the Fever star in Ceballos' eyes. Clark has dominated at every level of women's basketball, but despite her multifaceted skill set, Clark has yet to bring home any championship hardware. I'm a winner. I want a winner. You guys asked me one of my biggest accolades was those who won. The best person to come out of Fullerton. 2 individuals who got rings and gold medals. Winning is everything, Ceballos said adamantly. So I wouldn't give Clark that because she hasn't won anything. I would give Reese the nod because she won a national championship. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are just beginning their professional journeys, laying the groundwork for what should be a long battle in the league. Both have already shown they belong in the pros and haven't shied away from getting a little fiery during their matchups. Combined with their intense competitive spirits, this rivalry won't be cooling down anytime soon. It started as a simple segment on a late-night sports talk show. Another former NBA player turned to analyst sharing thoughts on the WNBA's rising stars. But the moment Robert Horry, 7-time NBA champion, and no stranger to physical dominance on the court, dropped the line, Angel Reese is a bully, the studio went silent. Then he followed it up with a smile and said, and that's exactly why she's above Caitlin Clark right now. The internet exploded. Headlines blared, fans clashed, but Horry stood by his point, and for many it opened a new lens through which to view the dynamic between two of the league's most electric rookies. The bully narrative. Before you assume the worst, let's be clear. Horry didn't mean bully in the traditional negative sense. He meant it in the way NBA legends talk about dominance, intimidation, and fearlessness. Think of Shaquille O'Neal in the paint. Think of Dennis Rodman rattling opponents' heads before the ball even bounced. Think of Kobe Bryant's icy stare that turned games into psychological warfare. That's the tier Ori is putting Angel Reese into. She walks on the court like she owns it, Ori said. She talks, she flexes, she stares you down, and then she gets the rebound you swore you had in your hands. That's bully energy. That's greatness forming. Angel Reese, who joined the Chicago Sky with more noise than most rookies could handle, hasn't shrunk from the spotlight. In fact, she's thrived in it. Whether it's grabbing double-digit rebounds in 12 straight games, setting screens like a freight train, or jawing at opponents with a grin on her face, She's injected a gritty, old-school energy into the league. Caitlin Clark, the clean assassin Caitlin Clark, by contrast, has mesmerized fans with her deep threes, laser-like passing, and magnetic appeal. Her style is finesse, vision, and quick trigger scoring from the logo. She's been the face of the WNBA even before playing a professional game, breaking attendance records, dominating media cycles, and signing endorsement deals that stretch far beyond basketball. But for all her stardom, Ori claims Clark is still adjusting to the pro game in ways Reese isn't. Caitlin got the skills, no doubt. But right now, Angel's more WNBA ready. Angel's style translates better to the league's physicality. Caitlin's learning, Angel's bullying. Respecting the grind, Hori's comments stirred backlash, with many labeling his words divisive. In an already sensitive climate where the spotlight on Clark has triggered debates about media bias, race, and treatment of women athletes. But the deeper message Hori tried to send wasn't about tearing down Clark. It was about recognizing what makes Angel Reese different. People think bully is a bad word. I'm using it like a badge of honor, he explained in a follow-up podcast. Angel plays like the WNBA legends. She's not here to be liked. She's here to win, and I respect that. The stats back him up. Reese leads all rookies in rebounds, has posted multiple 2010 games, and is the engine behind Chicago's relentless frontcourt. Her defense rattles players. Her offense, though, not as polished as Clark's shooting, is rooted in effort and physical dominance. And that, according to Ori, wins playoff games. The edge factor in sports, the intangible, often separates good from great. Confidence, swagger, that edge. Angel Reese has it in spades. She taunts, she celebrates, she stares down veterans like she's been in the league 10 years. Some hate it, others love it, but everyone notices it. She doesn't just want to beat you, Ori said. She wants you to remember who did it. That's how the greats operate. Caitlin Clark's edge is quieter, but still fierce. She celebrates with her team, lets her game talk, and only occasionally flashes that Jordan-esque fire. But in a league known for its physicality and toughness, Reese's brand of confrontational basketball might be the one that climbs faster in the rookie rankings, at least early on. Different roads, same goals, though. Comparing the two can be limiting. Clark and Reese represent different styles, different backgrounds, and different impacts. One is a perimeter maestro, redefining range. The other is a paint warrior, reviving bruiser basketball. Both are essential to the WBA's future. And Ori knows that. Don't get me wrong, he clarified. Caitlin's going to be one of the greats. But if I had to pick right now, I'm rolling with the bully. That word might not sit right with everyone, but in Ori's world, where championships are won with grit as much as grace, it's the highest compliment. And if Angel Reese is hearing it, you can bet she's already embraced it, smiling through her next hard-fought rebound, already crafting her next villainous stare down, and already proving that being a bully, in her case, just might be a form of greatness.